On Sunday, we played in Tallahassee. We played against Florida State. And during the game, throughout the game, in the first half, our players were complaining about the ball. And so at halftime, we came in and we talked as a staff. I was not a part of that talk. My assistants talked with the players, and they said there's something wrong with the ball. And so my assistant coach, Winston Gandy, went to the table to see if, to look at the ball. And when he went to the table to look at the ball, he realized it was a men's ball. And we had played the first half with a men's ball. We then alerted the table that we needed to change the ball. And the table would not change the ball, but then we alerted the head official to come and look at it. He came and looked at it, and he changed the ball. We then played the second half with a women's ball. It's been very frustrating that at this level of basketball, that a mistake like that happens that could have impacted the outcome of the game. Let me be clear, Florida State beat us. They beat us playing with a men's ball in the first half and a women's ball in the second half. But I can't say if we'd have played with a women's ball in the first half and the second half that we would have won. But they can't say that either. It's very frustrating that a game that has so many conference implications, selection and seeding implications, was not treated with the utmost respect that players on both teams deserve. Both teams are fighting for a title. Both teams have had great seasons. And to switch to do that for players is unacceptable. I wanted to appeal and protest the game. The conference would not allow me to do that. And subsequent changes that have occurred, obviously the official changed the ball. And they've instituted new rules in the ACC where players have to confirm in the captain's meeting before the game that it is the correct ball. This would never happen in a men's game. This would never happen. This just wouldn't happen. And it's embarrassing for our sport. We have concluded through our investigation that it was a men's ball. The conference in Florida State is saying that it wasn't. It shouldn't be this way. And to have a game that at the end of the season could be the difference between a seed, between a title, my players don't deserve that, and neither do their players. It's a complete failure. And you can figure out who the people I'm talking about that failed. The sport and our players and both teams. And the lack of accountability is striking. When you make a mistake, you own it, and you own it right away. You don't pass the buck. That's what I teach my players every day. You make mistakes, you own them right away, and then you move forward. But the first thing you have to do is you have to admit that a mistake was made. I'm not perfect, but I admit when I make a mistake. And a mistake was made here, and it's a big one.